For this week's SEL Tip of the Week, I wanted to share this resource that I came across from CASEL on how to respond and support through the 2020 election, both before we know results and after we know results. So, as a reminder, CASEL is the collaborative for academic, social, and emotional learning, and they're like our guide within even our district for how we can support our learners. So, how this is set up, I really appreciate how they did this. First, they address here with your own self reflection because we're going to be in these spaces with very large, possibly emotions and responses or any type of reaction, right? So, knowing where you are in the moment, your own wellness piece here, because you're going to be keeping the space and keeping a neutral approach. So these questions help you maintain that space and maintain the opportunity for your learners here. Then there are some tools for how to create the supportive learning environment. This also is really nicely paired with the tool that we created at district with the instruction department. So the agreements are huge. So if you're noticing that students want to debrief and talk about things, to make sure that you have solid agreements and you keep going back to those agreements throughout the conversation. And there are some resources on how you can develop those as well. This was also great. When you're using a structured discussion, I also appreciate how CASEL embedded the restorative practices, restorative circle questions here, but changed them a little bit to involve the verbiage more relative to the situation. So that is a great strategy too. So it's structured and allows you to bring the conversation back in a safe and respectful way when you're debriefing. And then there are some specific resources for responding to the election and how to reflect on that, and even the where do we go from here, and resources to help classrooms process the election. So I hope this is really helpful. I was just digging in and explore it, and I needed to share it. So I will link this link in the description of this video as well as on my website off to the side. I will also for this week be re-sharing the video I had done in the past before summer. However, it was about how to hold that space for emotions and validate our learners. So you'll start, if you want to skip to about 35 seconds and beyond, it'll share a structure with you as well. So I hope this is helpful. Again, if you need any support through this, feel free to reach out through a coaching request form. And again, that could be a brainstorm, it could be support, it could be coaching, however you feel you and your students need to be supported.